Hey everybody, my name's Simon Polito,
Christina Kim.
and together we are SC Luxury Estates.
SC stands for Simon and Christina.
It also stands for Southern California.
Yes, and it also can stand for Selling California.
Absolutely, and that's what we do, right?
Yep.
We don't just sell California, we have a lifestyle that we offer to people, right?
Yes, and an experience.
Absolutely. So, Christina, I'll start by asking you some questions.
How about we ask each other questions? Let's take turns.
All right, okay, well, I'll go first then. So you were a phenomenal agent, good book of business.
Yes.
Everything was great, right? You were at Compass in Huntington Beach. Why'd you leave?
Well, that's a very good question. I had no intentions of leaving, but I met a couple of people from EXP, and even at that point, I wasn't interested because I had everything dialed in. Everything was good. However, when I did some research and I looked into the model and the system and the training and the tools that they offered, and I just calculated where I would be 5 years from today if I was to stay at Compass, and where I would be 5 years today if I was with EXP, and it made a big financial difference. So it was a business call.
Okay.
It was a business decision.
Yeah,
The numbers made sense to me.
that makes sense. Okay.
That's just one of the reasons.
I just thought it was because you wanted to work with me.
That too.
Jeez, rough crowd. All right, cool. Because again, you've also owned other brokerages as the broker. You've had multiple
Yes.
franchises,
Yes.
and run a lot of other different hustles that you've got going on.
Yeah.
We're all within the industry though.
Right.
So
All
you
within the real estate
definitely
industry.
keep your feet wet at all times.
For sure. For sure. They're always wet.
So our office is based in Newport Beach,
Yes.
but where do we service?
Well, our base is in Newport Beach, so definitely our Newport is our farm. However, we're licensed in the whole state of California, so it's not like if we get a referral, we don't discriminate or say, oh, that's not my territory. No, if it's a referral, of course, we take it. You've sold all over the place, right?
That I have.
You know what? That house that you sold, Hillside, La Jolla,
Yeah.
that was like the biggest deal in San Diego, right?
It's a record for the street for this year. Yeah.
Yeah, so,
That was a good sale.
wait, what did it sell for?
7.25 million.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
That
That was a good sale. I mean,
know.
a lot of hard work.
A lot of hard
but,
work.
I feel everyone feels that when you're just in luxury, you just make money, but you don't have to work very hard. It's actually harder. It's not easy. It's not easier than. I mean, I love the $1 million mark for me personally. The $1 million mark is like you're dealing with real people. You're dealing with an easier transaction.
Yeah.
When you start getting above $5, $6, $7 million, the buyers are a lot more pickier, and rightfully so.
Right. They're going from great to greater,
And
they're
they can-
sophisticated. They're savvy.
They can afford to be picky.
Yep.
Yeah, if I'm paying that much money, I'd be picky too. Right?
But, I saw all the hard work that you do behind the scenes. I have some clips of you wiping the floor, cleaning the windows,
That's funny you say that because, like, obviously social media is a great tool.
Yeah.
It's also the devil, in my opinion, as well, because it only portrays one side of the story.
Uh-huh. Yeah, the glam. But I got a lot of stories and clips of you doing some, like, janitor work.
You know what? It's
Oh.
I take every listing seriously, and for me, if I'm not
Yeah.
presenting that property in its best capacity, I'm not doing my job.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a reason why we dress the way we dress
Yeah.
every day. The reason why we drive the cars we drive, or eat at the restaurants we eat at. It's all perception to a lot of other
Yes.
people.
I agree.
And I mean, I love dressing like this personally. It's not like it's a chore for me. I really enjoy wearing a suit. I like the way I feel in it. And, I'm sure you feel the same way. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's comfortable to be in sweats.
Yeah, jeans and t-shirt.
But no one's going to take me seriously if I'm walking into a $10 million house in jeans, in sweats and a t-shirt.
Yeah.
So it's just, it was instilled in my DNA from when I was 17, when I
Yeah.
started in the industry.
Oh.
It was like, you already got hurdles in front of you. Don't give them another one. Right?
That's a tip right there from a luxury agent.
Yeah.
I have a question for you.
Sure.
You asked me why I joined EXP. Let me ask you that same question. Why did you join EXP besides,
You?
partnering up with me?
Yeah, I mean, look, I was with the KW Irvine. And ironically, that month that I did leave, I got made number 1 in the office,
Ouch.
and number 2 in SoCal region, which is just an amazing accolade to get. I mean, I love that office. I don't have a bad thing to say about that office per se. Broker there was one of probably the best brokers I've ever had the pleasure of working with in the United States, but like you, I started looking at the numbers, and I started looking at the opportunities. And as you know, but I'm not sure if any of you guys know, I'm also an auctioneer. Oops. I own an auction company, a non-distressed live luxury auction company. And for me, it's about growing this business as well.
Right.
And Keller Williams, although they are technically the largest brokerage in North America, EXP is the fastest growing.
Correct, right.
And from my research and discovery, I found out that most people at EXP were from Keller Williams.
I know.
Pretty much all of them are Keller Williams, running a very similar model, but they just tweaked it to put their own spin on it, right?
Yeah.
So I started looking at the numbers. It made sense. I actually had made a promise to myself that I would never partner up with anyone ever again.
You know what? Promises are made to be broken.
Yeah, right. But
I break all the rules.
You guys took me to a nice fancy restaurant. You wine and dined me. Made me feel cool.
I know exactly what I'm doing.
And, we held a king crab that night. Remember that crab? I held a king crab, and it's like, you need to come work with me. I'm like, you know what? It's just a good vibe.
Yeah.
So half the decision was already made when I met you, right? I knew that you were the right person that I wanted to be aligned with, whether it be EXP or anyone.
Yeah.
Having said that, it was like I needed to find out if the numbers made sense.
You needed to do your own due diligence, fact check.
And between the numbers and EXP giving me access to a nationwide audience, and that I can roll my program out to, I saw the big picture.
Right. Yeah, I saw that for you too.
And then when they offered us to be the ambassadors, if you like, of Newport Beach luxury division,
it just made sense.
I thought, you know what, we're already doing it.
Yes.
We might as well see what can play out of this. And like we've always said, if it doesn't work, it doesn't mean we don't work.
Yeah.
We can go anywhere we want. In this industry, that's the luxury of what it is. You don't have to be under a brokerage per se to get business. The business comes to you personally from what you do.
Yes.
So yeah, that's honestly the reason why I joined EXP.
Wow. You know what? I know that there's a few more other reasons why we both shared, but we should do that as part 2, part 3, because Simon and I, we can talk on and on and on and on.
Yeah, this could go for a while.
And also, I wanted to share on our next podcast how, this gavel and the auction style listing a property has worked out personally on my property and on my listing. So I wanted to kind of share that with everybody on our next podcast as well.
That'd be fun.
Yeah.
And that was a fun listing in Hollywood that we had with you. Yeah, that's great.
Want to share that story with everybody here.
We'd share another time.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd love to do that. Let's do another class or another podcast, I should say.
We'll do part 2, part 3.
Yeah.
Well, let's call to action.
Call to action right now. I mean, guys, if you want to know more about what we do, reach out to us.
Yeah.
Right? How do they get a hold of you?
213-300-2337. That's my cell phone. Instagram. I had that number since high school, and I'm gonna keep that. Everyone's like, why don't you have a 949 number? I had it since high school.
Yeah,
I don't want 5 different numbers for 5 different zip codes that so.
Before we close out, that's actually an interesting point, because when I moved here, in Australia, where I'm from, obviously, landline numbers are very different to cell phone numbers. So everything in Australia, if it's a cell phone, it starts with a 04 at the front. If it's a landline, it starts with a 9 in front.
Oh.
So you could always distinguish the difference.
Okay.
And there was really no big difference in area codes inside of the city. It was everyone had the same area code. However, when I moved here, it's like, oh no, you have to get this particular first 3 numbers. I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, I didn't understand what anyone meant. So that's why I got the 858, because everyone said you got to get 858 if you're in La Jolla.
Yeah.
So I got that, and that's stuck. And now people they do get territorial about it.
Yeah, they're like, why don't you? Because I can get a 949 number or whatever zip code, but I would have so many different phone numbers.
Yeah. So to get a hold of you, use your phone number. Instagram is
Broker Christina.
Excellent. Or they can go to
SC Luxury Estates.
Go on SC Luxury Estates. Follow us. More content is being put on every day. If you want to reach me, my number is 858-333-6977. My personal Instagram is Simon Polito TPG. Or you can go onto our auction website, which is REC Auctions. But make sure you get on there, follow us. We do love integrating and interacting with you guys and just having fun.
Yeah, we have so much to share. I'm excited to come back here.
As am I.
Yeah.
Let's go.
All right.